Hi, my name is Mr. Hunt and I'm an assistant head of school. I'm responsible for the standards and the expectations that we have and we set for all students. And in my video today I'm going to talk about attendance, the school's non-negotiables, consequences and conduct cards. In Mr. Aldridge's video yesterday he showed you those two things. He also explained to you about the Garibaldi school formula and the importance that has in the successful running of our school. There's bits in that formula that the teachers are responsible for, the support staff are responsible for, and importantly, the students are responsible for. The first thing is your attendance. To be successful in school, you need to attend. And we have an expectation that you will be here at least 96% of the time. If you attend school, you will make greater progress. I would encourage that any appointments that you need to attend for doctors and dentists, for example, are made outside of the school day and that you avoid taking holidays during term time. There will be those days when you don't feel 100% and you need to get up and give it a go. Get up, have a drink, have something to eat, make your way to school and see how you feel. The chances are you will feel better and get through the day with no problems. I want you to be really proud of your attendance, and when I speak to primary school children, they're always proud. I've not missed a day, I've been here 100% of the time, and I want you to bring that pride into the Garibaldi school. I want you to consider that fear of missing out, and I want you to rethink it a little bit and think of it as a fear of missed opportunities. What is it that you are missing out on by not attending school? What is it that the other students that attend every day are getting that you're not? And I want you to work very hard on your attendance to make sure it does meet our expectations. We have the school non-negotiables. Now at any point you can pause this video and read anything in more detail, and I would suggest that you do that for the non-negotiables. To make things a little clearer, those are the key areas that the non-negotiables cover. We expect really good manners, polite and courteous to other people at all times. We've got non-negotiables around eating and drinking, mobile phones and uniform, and I'll talk about those in a bit more detail in a moment. We have non-negotiables about headphones, litter, behaviour in communal areas and between lessons. We have expectations with regard to following seating plans in lessons, and some very basic things such as taking your coat off when you first enter a lesson. With regard to eating and drinking, there's two areas where you can consume your food. The school hall and the hub. The hub in effect is our cafe, and you can eat your packed lunches in there or purchase food from the school canteen. I must stress at this point that energy drinks are not permitted on the school grounds, so please do not bring these into school. Now you may have older brothers and sisters who've attended Garibaldi, maybe your parents attended, and they may well have been allowed off site at lunchtime to go home for lunch. That's not something that's going to be available moving forward. Only young people that are registered as carers will be allowed to leave school at lunchtime to go and have their lunch. Everybody else is expected to stay on the school site. With regard to mobile phones, well, we permit that you can bring your mobile phone into school, but what we insist on is it's not seen or heard throughout the school day, and that includes breaks and lunches. Our expectation is that when you get to the school gate at the start of the day, your phone is switched off or on silent and put away in a bag or a pocket. With regard to uniform, a number of years ago it was actually the students at Garibaldi that set high expectations for themselves by requesting a more formal uniform, hence the reason we now have blazers. But to match those high standards, your shirt must be tucked in at all times, your ties must always be on, and you must not wear trainers. Blazers must be worn at all times. It will be the staff that decide when they can be removed, and that might be in extreme weather, extreme heat for example. Consequences is our behaviour policy. It helps manage that low-level disruptive behaviour that can have an impact on your learning and the learning of other students. Again, you can pause this video and read that in more detail. A C1 is a first verbal warning given by the teacher to a student who is not meeting our expectations. It might be they're talking to a friend, they're turning round, they're not on task, and it's a verbal warning. You then get a second opportunity to improve your behaviour. So you get a second verbal warning. It might be for the same thing or for something different. If a student fails to address their behaviour, then they will get that third and in effect final verbal warning. And once they've been issued with that third and final warning, the C3, there is an expectation that they will attend a 20-minute detention on the same evening. Parents and carers will be notified by telephone that their son or their daughter will be slightly late out of school. I will leave you to pause the video and read further into the consequences policy. Conduct cards. Every student, when they start at the Garibaldi School in September, will be issued with a conduct card. Our expectation is you'll have that card with you at all times. It should fit neatly in a blazer pocket. And should a member of staff request to see it, you must present it. And they can use that as an opportunity to make a comment about something they've seen that is in breach of our non-negotiables. Or in comparison, they may well use that conduct card to report something good that you have done. Your mentor will look at your conduct card every day and have a positive conversation with you about the things that have been put on there. On the back of the conduct card is the non-negotiables, so it's there as a point of reference for everybody all of the time, so they know exactly what our expectations are. So I'll come back to the formula. I've talked about C3s and I've talked about attendance. The attitude to learning will be covered in future videos. So where does the next 0.01 come from? And that's a question that was put to you by Mr. Aldred in his video. Well, as adults, the research shows that we make about 35,000 decisions every single day. That's a lot. It's why grown-ups are so tired at the end of the day. As younger people, you will make less, and I would estimate from that research that you will make about 5,000 decisions. What I want you to do is to make sure that every decision you make meets our expectations, and I want you to be proud of every decision that you make. So that's it for me from my video, and I look forward to welcoming you all on August the 28th.